Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 10 of the Adventuring Guild. I am your Dungeon Master, Daniel, and joining me, as always, is the non-intrepid group of adventurers I have with me. Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
One person says hello. Everybody else's waves.
Hello.
Perfect timing. Anyway, it's been a while since we last saw everybody. We're sorry about that. We have some announcements and the reason why and how it's going to work going forward. So here recently we took a very middling-sized break, a summer break from D&D, because one of our own had been having some woes and trouble at home, things that have just been kind of difficult to deal with and not really had time for D&D. We had hoped that over the break that they'd be able to get their hands on the situation, but it's a pretty big situation. And honestly, we hope for the best for them right now. But as you can tell right now, Skid is not with us. And he probably won't be with us for a while. So, we're moving forward. We're going to more or less be bailing out of the current storyline that we're in. I know it sounds weird, but when I write these storylines and backgrounds for everybody, I want everybody to be able to at least have fun in their own background story. Since he's not here, I'm going to try and put his story on hold. So today we're going to be doing some e-brake turning and making a full UE out of the current storyline and into something different. Hopefully, here in the next few months or so, Skid will be able to join us again at some point. If not, I think I have enough content covered where we will be okay for about a year. So, everybody, let's put out some thoughts and prayers and hopes and wishes for Skid and his family that everything gets better and smoother for them as they go through a rough time at this point. Outside of that, that is the big announcement. As for the rest of us, well, we're just a bunch of delinquent D&D players. But here we are nonetheless. And to refresh everybody's memory, last time on the Adventuring Guild, our party left the Raven's Claw Tavern to divide themselves amongst the men and the women for a little shopping. The ladies went off to find a dress for Penelope in the hopes of being able to make her a noble woman's daughter, to be able to visit the noble houses and maybe sneak in and talk to them and figure out who's behind what and who has support and who can give them support for their plans that they were making in removing Valdrax from the city. During their time in the dress shop, chaos ensued. Abigail claimed mothership over Penelope. And they all got invited to a tea party of the following day. The men went looking for paper, of which they found. After they all reconvened back at the... and then the ladies also went to tea, met Ramon. He was very helpful for tea. They all reconvened back at the Raven's Claw Manor, wrote a series of letters to all the noble houses of Breeden, and sent them on their way. Smash cut. Men had left to go check out a local tavern. I can't remember why.
Intel gathering for...
That's right. My bad. I missed that section. I probably fell asleep last night while I was listening to it. I just remember y'all going to the tavern, making a very large scene at the bar as the bartender was a bit of an asshole, being recognized suddenly by all the members of the bar, as this is where most of the bounty hunters all hung out. And some of the people that y'all had previously defeated in Waterdeep were there licking their wounds and had told stories about your group. After a silent spell had been cast and some money left on a table and left, Vessel and Granite were making their way back to the Raven's Claw Tavern and inn, only to be followed by one rogue in hopes of trying to find out where they were located. When we last left off, Vessel and Granite had caught the man following them as he was about to scream for help. At this point, I'm giving y'all a chance for a reaction before he screams. So, let's roll. What do you want to do?
Did you roll well or no?
Negative.
Granite? I rolled a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Okay. And he is going to roll. As the man opens his mouth and he begins to go, Vessel shoves his whole fist into this dude's mouth and goes,
That'll work.
and keeps him from screaming.
That's
He is
the
gra-
physical silence spell.
He is grappled by Granite. That was from the last time. And Vessel, now you've shoved your fist into his mouth to shut him up. At this point, the guy realizes he has made a mistake. You can see it written in his eyes, like, oh. What would y'all like to do?
I'm just going to maintain the hold on him.
You're going to maintain hold. Vessel?
I'm going to switch hands so that, like, my other hand is on his throat, like gripping his throat, and then I'm going to slowly take my other hand out of his mouth.
Okay.
Good. Just picturing this in my head. Sorry.
It's all right.
Why were you following us? I'm not squeezing his throat.
Oh.
I've just got it so that I can quickly squeeze if I need to.
He goes, it was orders. We know who you are from Waterdeep. We were just going to find out where you were. They know I'm out here looking for you. The guards will probably know that you're here in town now soon. Don't kill me.
I'm gonna squeeze his throat just a little bit. What do you think we should do, Granite?
We should send the fool on his way. But we need to make sure that we're getting our things in order as well. Is there any way that we can I know we're capable of silencing him for good, but
I don't think that's necessary. And I'm gonna look at the guy. I don't think that's necessary, is it?
Not necessary, not necessary.
Good. All right. I'll release him.
It's a real cough there.
Yeah.
so if you know what we did to the group, to your group in Waterdeep, it was a full errands for you to come alone. You know what we could do to you.
Well, I didn't plan on getting caught.
That dedication to your acting.
I know.
So we're going to let you go. You lost us. We never saw you.
He goes, I lost you. I lost you. It doesn't mean that anybody else at the tavern is going to tell the town's guard that who you are or that you're here. Consider this a peace offering from my end. They'll be on you soon, and it's not my fault.
Insight.
Roll an insight check.
A lot better. 17.
Oh, you read it. This guy's being honest as he can be right now.
Okay. So when Vestal's ready, I'll let him go. We're going to make sure he goes on his way before we make our break.
If you let him go, he's going to drop down. He's going to scamper, toss up his hood, look around, and then slowly walk a corner and leave.
I'm gonna try to look around and see if I can see anybody else. Maybe we missed somebody in the shadows or something.
Roll a perception check.
Uh, 18.
As far as you can tell, doesn't seem to be anybody else around you at the moment. Y'all were in a pretty solid back alley with just him. Doors are all closed. Maybe a couple of windows open, but
I think we can get out of here.
Works for me.
woo, y'all gonna make your way back to the tavern?
I think that's for the best. If this guy goes back to his friends and reports that he lost us, I'm pretty sure they're going to send out other feelers.
Yep.
So probably a good idea to keep our heads low for a little bit.
So we'll get back and we'll wait for the others to return from their doings if they're not already back. And if they are, we'll gather our wagon and get the hell out of town.
You all reconvene back at the tavern. Abigail, after hearing what had going on, makes the recommendation of leaving town due to the heightened security that's probably going to be happening and being noticed and seen being in town now. Abigail also will suggest that perhaps she go into hiding, maybe do some training of her own, because the crit monster isn't enough of a crit monster anyway. And separate herself from the group so nobody comes after y'all looking for her.
She still was in possession of the Hat of Disguise.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that's. I didn't talk to Skid about it, but I wanted to make sure that you remembered it.
Yeah, this is what's going to get Abigail out of town, and then more or less put her in hiding for a little while.
Okay.
So if
I'll just put my hand on her shoulder, and I hate to separate from the group. I hate to separate you from the group, but I understand. And you have to do what's going to be best for you.
Abigail puts her hand, gives you the old Beastmaster handshake, and says, "It won't be for long. I'll be back."
I'll start gathering up my odds and ends and get ready to get in the wagon.
For brevity's sake, if you also desire, y'all make your way out of the city with no issue, given that the events had occurred recently, and word has not spread that far and wide yet. Y'all are able to make your way out of the town. Abigail splits from the party and goes back into hiding to where she had been previously. Hopefully not for too long. But y'all begin your journey back to Waterdeep on your wagon.
On the way out of town,
Mhm.
while we're getting out towards the outskirts, I know that the direction that we came from was by Roxy's place. I want to make sure Roxy didn't need to stop and check in with her parents again.
Roxy?
No, I don't think I'll need to stop by or anything because we mentioned when we left we didn't know if we were going to be back or not.
Fair enough.
If that's fair, I'll keep driving.
All right. You all make your way out of town and driving the wagon. Back towards Waterdeep. Vessel. You slowly drift into thought while riding in the back of the wagon about recent events. The fortune teller, your recent lapses where you just kind of zone out and you're in another place. At this point, I need everybody to mute me with the exception of Vessel.
Mute you?
Yep.
Okay.
You can't. I don't need you to hear me. When my hand goes down, everybody will come back. Okay? Let me see you mute me. Okay, everybody good? All right, here we go. Vessel, your eyes begin to flicker and dim from green and turn a bright golden color. You, who's of yourself, are completely gone. Who it seems to be in control of your body is someone different. Now, Vessel on D&D Beyond, I want you to go take a look. There is another character that has been added to the campaign.
Oh God.
This
Campaign.
is going to be your character for the time being until I tell you to
Okay.
switch back.
I
Do you
I
really?
see the character.
Yeah, it's the only one with a non-portrait.
Vessel, don't talk. We can hear you. We can't hear him.
Oh, okay. All right. So, I need you to play this character. You can read the backstory. You can read the temperaments of the character. It's all there. You're using your shield X differently now as this character. You still have your mace, and you still have your AC as a Warforged. Okay. Nod? All right. All right. Now I'm going to bring everybody back. Okay, here we go. All right, party. Everybody come back, please. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Let me know when you're all back.
I'm back. And in the future, we need to mute both individuals in the whisper.
It's okay. What
That's
you
fair.
heard,
Yeah.
what you heard isn't going to hurt anything.
Well, I didn't hear either
Well-
side because I muted both of y'all because
Well,
that's
I
what the
mean-
whisper was supposed to be. But
Yeah, I mean, all you heard.
I didn't think about that, and I heard him talk. I was like, "Oh crap!"
It's okay. What everybody else heard, they have no idea what's going on anyway.
Two minus.
driving.
All right, so Vessel, while you're messing with that for the moment, everybody else, you take most of the day riding over cart back to Waterdeep. If I'm not mistaken, this was a 3-day journey.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think
very-
I expedited the journey by using one of my spells on the horse.
Yeah. So if you so desire to do so again to get back to Waterdeep to figure out what you're going to do next as a group, be my
Yeah.
guest.
Are we just going straight back to Waterdeep? We're not going to run into anything on the way there.
At this point, I think
to you.
bandit encounters for y'all are just kind of pointless. You would all smash bandits to pieces
I
in
just didn't know
travel.
if something pops up.
At this point in time, what I'll do is I'll give y'all opportunities whenever you camp. You want to have discussions about what you want to do in the future during the drive, or we could just smash cut back to Waterdeep. Your decision, your choice. Pull the pot.
I don't think
pull
I
the
have
group.
anything pressing. I just want to make sure that every night that we stop, that I'm checking on the animal to make sure it's not being overworked.
Okay. All right. So we'll just say one evening, you would stop. You check on the animals.
I have speak with animals, so I'll talk to him to make sure that he's not hurting.
They seem to be doing okay. All right.
I'll tell you what, and then also over those periods of night, I will take opportunity to meditate, and I'll be making notes in my journal.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I have a feeling this one's coming to me. Yeah. All right. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about this. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. Here. 1 second. There's a reason why you can't see that. No. Don't have to do that. That should fix the problem. There we go. Anyway, tell you what. For over the past few nights, give me we'll do this for one. Give me a general perception roll from everybody.
Everybody?
Yep.
$19.
Okay.
11.
Uh-huh.
We don't add anything to that, do we?
It's D20 plus perception.
Found it.
17.
17.
Oh, 17, 19. We have an 11. I ain't gonna do nothing.
20.
20. Is that a nat
Dirty
20?
20 or natural?
Dirty.
Dirty 20. Okay. All right. Well,
Riley, move your mic up. You're
Yeah.
breathing on your
Mic.
mic.
pull your mic out a little bit.
There you go.
Okay, so all of you begin to notice Vessel's acting a little strange. He's not been quite himself on the trip back to Waterdeep. Being quiet, he's been quiet, but mannerism, body, movement, things that you've known him for being as you spent time with him, is all kind of changed here recently.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
I guess I've one of the nights that we were traveling, if this was stuff that I would have noticed,
I'd say
I
this
would
is
have.
near the end of the nights. You've picked up on like this is different.
Okay. Then I would ask him if he's okay, if there's anything going on that I could help with. Not try to be imposing on him, but just in general, just ask him if he's all right.
Vessel.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute to get. I have to like switch gears here.
I know, I understand.
Pun intended.
Well done.
Yes, I like that very much.
Bolsterous and
Oh.
loud. Bolsterous and loud. Plus, they're calling you Vessel.
Everything's quite good, sir. Nothing to worry about here.
Probably gives him a real weird look at that.
Yeah, insight.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, that's nice. Insight 17, 18, 19.
Seems to be telling the truth. Doesn't seem to be any lies behind that.
Does he sound like himself? Like verbal? Is the voice the
Clearly
same?
not.
Other than it's not talking. I mean, the verbiage isn't the same, but is the voice the same?
The voice is the same. The verbiage, very much different. Exactly as you heard.
Right.
Pelicans are like gonna go up to him and be like, "Oh no, all the upper society got to him. Now he's gross."
There's
didn't go
nothing
anywhere.
wrong with me.
Would you like tea?
I'm not a huge fan of tea myself.
I don't know
Thank
what's
you
wrong
very
with him.
much.
I'm gonna start poking around, see if I can find some panels.
Always.
Are you broken?
As she's poking around, I'm gonna like reach over and like try to push her off. And pardon me, young lady. Poke
Vessel
around
would
somewhere
never-
else.
The vessel would never push me away. Just gonna tackle him. Who are you?
Roll.
Make-
ro-
Make
I'm
an
just gonna
attack.
scoot.
Uh,
I'm just
give me an
scoot from this.
give me an athletics check, Penelope. You're gonna try and tackle him. Opposing
be
athletics.
Wouldn't
Yes.
this be strength?
Well, it'd be strength or athletics, whichever's your
They're both,
greater.
they're both +1.
Yeah. Okay. Vessel. Vessel, go
Rude.
ahead.
That should be a 16. It's
That's
a 4.
You rolled a 4?
Yes.
Oh well.
Yes, he
I mean,
did.
yeah, of course. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah. Vessel, how do you handle the situation? She dives at you.
As she just dives at me, I'll just like, you know what? No, I'll reach down and catch her midair. Just be like,
Are we?
catch.
Where are we
set her back
standing
down.
exactly? What is our
You're right
current
now.
physical location?
You're
Are we
at-
in the wagon or outside the wagon?
You're outside. This is camping. This is evening. Y'all are bedding down. This is your last bed down for the night before you get back to Waterdeep.
Can I just be playing my pan flute in the background?
Sure. Your choice.
I don't know why.
I'm a
Being
pan.
caught. No, Penelope is weirded out, and she is going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Oh.
I'm gonna put some real strength behind this. Let's see. I think you have to make a strength save. You do.
Just a strength save.
Yeah. DC 15.
Saving throws. Okay. DC what?
15.
7.
Nice. So you just had this big dirt claw come up and just grab you. He's an imposter.
Unhand me this instant.
But he would never say that. Something's wrong. He's so stoic. He's not this uppity, weird. I don't know what region this would be from, but I don't know. He's being weird, and I don't like it.
Oh God.
Okay, so she's got him.
Yep. You'll be allowed after a couple of
You got 6 seconds.
questions. You'll be allowed a break free.
What happened to you? Who are you?
Hold on.
A little to help out a little bit. I'll stand up
Here's
behind
here's what
Penelope.
I'll go ahead and I'll just say it right for this. You're unaware of what's going on. Okay.
Vessel's unaware that he's changed?
Is
what
that
you're
towards
saying,
Vessel
we're
or is that
unaware?
towards the group?
Yes. Matt, yes. The answer to that is yes.
Okay.
But you don't know what they are.
Yeah. I get that much.
So he doesn't know that we're perceiving him to be different. He feels like everything's still the same.
Don't know.
What was your? I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I said,
That's me, the player, not the
Yeah,
character.
that's the player.
my question was,
Yeah.
who are you? What happened? What happened to you?
Nothing's happened to me.
Something's happened to you. Where were
I'm
you 3
Dobrin.
days ago? You're what?
I'm Dobrin. Get off of me.
Do I know where Dobrin is? Am I familiar with that area?
Are you proficient in history?
I think so, actually. 1 second.
Where do we find that?
Yes.
I can't rap fast enough for this shit. Damn it!
Okay, you're proficient. Okay, D20 plus history.
All right. Come on, good
Vessel-
roll. Don't screw me.
Vessel, you're
15.
allowed break free. I think it's
attempt.
another
Still a
strength check.
save. Yeah.
It is not a strength check.
15, right?
Yes.
That's a 13.
A
Nice.
13.
I'm
You're
fucking-
still there.
So this is
Getting there.
good role play.
Penelope, what was your
15.
15? Afraid from all that you have learned, you have not heard the name Dobrin before.
Where's Dobrin? Where is that?
I'm right here.
Oh.
What do you mean? Where is that?
Are you?
What kind of
Is
a
that your
question is that?
Is that a
I'm
family name?
Dobrin.
Your name is Dobrin?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was a place. You're not
No.
Dobrin. You're Vessel.
Who the heck is Vessel?
You.
Knew it.
I have no idea what you're talking
Oh
about.
my
bro.
God. Are you? Are
Put
you?
me down.
Oh, are you trapped inside of him? Have you been trapped this whole time?
Trapped in what?
She taps the like the one of the finger claws taps his body, so it makes the sound of whatever it is. You're a robot man.
Vessel, you look down at yourself. You don't see Warforge. You see human. And Tabard.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Great.
Vessel or no shit. Granite.
I'm right there. I'm just watching this shit happen.
What's happening?
Another strength save.
Oh,
So he seems to be confused.
21.
There you go.
Damn it.
Finally.
So let me try to alleviate some confusion for him. I perceive him to be confused. So I'll talk to Vessel and just say, you were traveling with us to help Abigail. We left Waterdeep. We're left the name of the damn town.
I have no idea of any of these names of which you speak, except for Waterdeep, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, that's good because you're traveling with us back towards Waterdeep, which is where you currently are. We're about a day's ride outside of Waterdeep.
Who are all of you people? And why have you just assumed I was violent?
Because I'm your best friend and you're being weird.
Okay. I literally have no idea who any of you people are.
But we know who you are. Do you have
I
amnesia?
certainly don't think so.
So,
You have amnesia.
so how did
Would I
you
know what
get
amnesia is?
where you are now?
That's a very good question. Why don't you start by telling me?
Again, you were traveling with us. And I can't remember the name of the damn town, Daniel. I've got
Breeden,
I can't
Breeden.
either.
Oh,
I've got it wrote
Breeden.
down somewhere.
you're
Breeden. We're leaving
traveling from
Breeden.
the kingdom of Breeden.
Look, I'm trying to.
Do I know that kingdom's name?
So, Mr.
Yes.
Dobrin, right? Dobrin?
Dobrin, yes.
What is the last thing
Pleasure.
you recall before us questioning you?
That's a good question. What was the last thing I recall?
The last thing you would recall is you are on a battlefield slaying demons, but you took a wound to your back
Oh,
that
shit.
seemed to be fatal. As you saw a large
like a spear or
demon
something.
fingernails
Ah.
push through from your back to your front. That's what you remember.
All right, I'll relay that.
Okay.
But if you look down at yourself now, you
I
don't
cannot
see
spell, sleep.
you don't
No
see
wounds.
blood. There's no pain.
Fatal.
You're fine.
Obviously, I survived.
Or you're a ghost that is possessing our best friend. And I cast detect good. I don't think I have that.
I cast thee out, demon.
I don't have anything that would help with this.
I am going to.
There is
I'm
nothing
looking.
that I
I
can
don't
do to
either.
help alleviate this shit.
Please tell me.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Oh crap, Daniel, like that.
So I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth around me so that it envelops everyone.
And if I'm not mistaken, everybody has to make a wisdom saving throw or be
Man,
compelled
true.
to tell you the
Charisma.
truth.
It is
Charisma?
charisma.
Charisma. Okay, thank you.
Oh, fabulous.
That's not any better.
That's
I,
it.
I believe you can willingly submit to it.
Can we
too.
go back
You
to
can
wisdom?
willingly submit as well.
Then I'll do that. There's no point. I have nothing to lie to him about. So.
Penelope will see him casting magic and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?"
I just finished the spell.
Yep. What's
I
your
got
spell
dirty
save?
20.
12.
Oh,
Spell save
So I can
12.
keep
So
better sleep.
all right. So Erwin
I'm fucking
saves.
this. That's enough.
Erwin saves. Roxana saves. Granite submitted willingly. Penelope fails. So
So this just means
Two of them will be
But
telling
even
the
if we
truth.
say
If you feel compelled to fail, you can.
we have the
fail.
option.
Yes, you have the option to fail if you so desire. But
Yeah,
he hasn't said what spell he was casting. So
right.
just to be fair on that front, it's just a magic spell is being cast, and you need to make your save. What do you do?
I guess I'll roll against it. That's fair. I didn't know what spell he was casting, so I'll roll. And you said it's a what to save?
12.
I rolled exactly. Wait a minute. Wisdom
Correct.
saving? Yeah, I
Charisma.
rolled exactly a 12.
Well, okay.
Charisma.
Oh, charisma.
Oh yeah,
Well, then I succeed. That's 14.
14. Charismatic. Okay, so
Apparently.
one fail,
fairly.
3 succeed. So Penelope is compelled to tell the truth. In your eyes, you know Penelope is now compelled to tell the truth. The other ones can lie if so desired.
Where are you taking me?
Who are you asking?
Everybody.
Oh, we're going to Waterdeep. We're not taking
We've
you.
already
You're
said
coming
we're
with
back
us.
on the way to Waterdeep.
For as long as we've known you as to be who we perceived you to be, you were traveling with us. Apparently, on the way
I
back
haven't met
to
you
Waterdeep.
people in my life.
On the way back,
Ghost-
this is
Ghost
where
you
we're
hasn't.
having the problem.
You're a wayward ghost.
So if you're not Vessel and you're
He's Dobrin.
saying that you're Dobrin, who is this Dobrin that we've, for some reason, come across? Could you tell us a little bit about yourself so we could not keep...
Good question. Does the
Maybe?
truth thing he
Yeah,
cast work on him?
Here's
Uh,
what did you
no.
want to do? What do you want to do, Heroin?
I was wondering, does the zone of truth thing he cast, does it make him tell the truth too, or just us if we failed?
Just y'all if you fail.
Yeah, just y'all.
All right.
Okay, just
So-
curiosity.
So here's this comes back to what I had told you earlier in the day, that a little bit of carte blanche there, but for the most part, your background kind of gives you a bit of a direction. And I think there should be text background that I had written as well. I don't see it, but it should be there. Unless it disappeared. I hope it didn't disappear.
No, I mean there's some information here. Yeah.
Yeah. This is where I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway on some of this stuff.
Got you.
Yeah, some of your adventures. Whatever you feel is fun.
Uh-oh. I like my flaw, by the way.
Oh yeah,
That's-
I was so happy when I rolled that. By the way,
that came out of nowhere. I'm sitting here doing this and I'm all like, wow, this is all very like okay. What?
yeah,
Okay.
it's perfect.
Got you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again?
I was just asking more about Dobrin so we could not keep being offensive to him. So I think Vessel believes he's somebody else right now. I want to try to not insult who he thinks he is.
That is
So
not
I want to
how
try to get to know more about Dobrin.
That's not how you would play it, losers.
That's not Penelope's priority.
Nope.
Well, I will relay.
So
I
who is
am Dobrin MacArthur of the Noble MacArthur House.
MacArthur.
Ooh, would I know that name?
Would I?
Wait a minute. We've heard that. Where have I heard that?
You've heard that before.
Here's a. Well, I'll just send you a message. Hold on.
Yeah. You two, history check.
Who?
Come on,
Can I
don't
do
fail
one
me,
as
D&D.
well?
If you're proficient in
What I
history.
know.
If you're proficient in history,
22.
absolutely.
Okay.
That absolutely.
Okay.
I thought I put that in there. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I see it here now.
Penelope, I saw you had a 22.
Yes.
There have been a lineage that you have heard of before in Waterdeep that has that surname, but it was a long time ago. That's about as much as you're going to get with that. With a 22, that's about as much as you're going to get.
Where
And
did I
we're
write
talking.
this down at?
We're talking. This would be ancient history studies for you for when you were in school. And
That's not around. That's not a currently active family. That
no, not
It's an
active
old
right
family.
now. This is old magic. No, old families.
We're talking hundreds or thousands.
Before I say,
Oh,
because 22
she may,
wasn't.
yeah.
22
Penelope
wasn't.
may not know. Yeah.
22 wasn't quite the mark to get the how long ago. You don't quite remember how long, but you know this is old names, old family.
people blurt
lineage.
out. Tell people blurt out. Did you say MacArthur? MacArthur
Yes.
of Waterdeep?
Of Waterdeep.
Of Waterdeep.
Of what? Yes.
Huh. I don't think they're around much anymore, if at all.
What do you mean?
She's gonna stage whisper to Granite. This really reaffirms my ghost theory.
Erwin,
Okay,
what'd you roll?
so
I don't have history
So, DM.
proficiency.
Oh, you don't have history
So
proficiency.
I didn't roll. But I have
Okay.
courtier, so I didn't know.
Okay. My bad.
with her courtier
No, that's
background
what I
have
was
something
asking.
to do with that, or would know hit of?
That would only be in play for the most recent and alive noble families. You do not know.
So that's a no.
Yeah, you don't know about a lot of the old dead noble families. The live ones are your game. That's where you get your information.
I will. Granite will remember hearing MacArthur while we were at the fortune teller.
I'm a paladin of Lathander.
Damn.
Penelope will say, that's true.
Actually,
Oh, right. She doesn't know the difference.
oh, okay.
In her head, that's true.
So you recognize him?
Who are you
I
talking to?
recognize him.
I mean, that's what she's. I mean, Penelope is talking
No.
like she.
No, Vessel is in her head, paladin, cleric, whatever, big knight. They're all the same to her. Of Lathander.
Okay. I made some notes. What the hell?
How do you feel about wizards?
Wizards can be useful sometimes,
No,
but they're usually very snooty and always trying
They
to put
are.
their nose.
they are.
Where it
See,
doesn't
this is why.
belong.
This is why we were best friends. I think Ghost Vessel can be a best friend too.
Look, I don't know who this vessel person is that you keep referring to.
Ghost in the shell.
Womp,
Daniel.
womp, womp, womp. Yeah,
DM.
yeah, sure.
What date is it for us
Oh,
as far as time?
let me see. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. I've got to go through my freaking notes.
How long does Zone of Truth last, Matt? Is it
10 minutes.
concentration?
I believe it's 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
it's forever in D&D.
Yeah, it is.
It
Look
can
at-
be, yeah.
Look at how awesome Daniel is with that knowledge off the top of his head. Ooh.
What
Freedom
houses are you from?
research, hoping for it.
Okay, you were.
Oh
Asking
shit!
the group in general.
This was 10 years before campaign B. Okay, so I guess it would probably at this point it is 1050 pp, and the month and day is calendar, because we're in the winter. I guess it technically would be Vosus.
Would my last memory have been during the winter time of year?
No. Your last memory would have been in at this point in time. For you, it would have been it'd been the summer or the solstice.
Okay.
So it would probably be either Julius or Junus.
But with my injuries, I may have been unconscious for that long.
Yeah.
So this could make sense to me.
Yeah. So does that help, Curtis?
He asked what.
Yes, just a reference, because my next question would be to him is, we don't know who, you don't know. I'm confused. Hang on. I'm reading 5 different things here, and none of this shit's helping me. Feel hamstringed. I
you on
can't do
that.
nothing. Well, there's things that I know that Granite doesn't know, so I'm trying not to do that.
Let me. Okay, so it's Vosus. It's 1050 pp Vosus. Vosus is the month.
Okay.
PP stands for.
This is a family show. Be nice.
Oh, are we starting that now? Changing gears, are we?
Boys,
50. The answer to your question is 50.
50 what?
50 pp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it
He asked what family we were from, and since I cannot lie, but other people stutter out. I am from the Pendergast family. Penelope's not my real name.
That's what I'm looking for right now. I can't remember what I. It's post. Oh God, what did I call it? Post Prime.
Post Prime.
Yes.
Okay.
Post Prime.
I will answer Dobrin. My name is Granite. My people come from the Forest of the Forgotten Realm. I am part of the Ashbound. Also a member of the Grey Hand of Waterdeep.
I know what any of that means.
Not a word.
Fabulous.
okay? And I cannot talk today. Sorry.
That's okay.
I am
Greyhand
from
sounds
the
like
House
a.
of-
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to comment. Greyhand sounds like some kind of underground thieves guild. Why would I know what that was?
We're an overground thieves guild. That's not true. They're wizards. It's a wizards thing or some sort of guard, secret guard. They're weird.
Son of a bitch.
You're thinking of the Black Hand. That
Okay,
was
I
different.
respond that I'm from the House of Zenra. I'm one of the lead guardians of their daughter.
I roll a history check on that one, Vessel.
Who's Vessel?
Dobrin.
Hold on.
Dobrin.
Well, would you look at this? I just so happen to know history for some reason. 13.
13. Don't. That one, that's a name you hadn't heard of either.
Fabulous. We're doing great.
Really?
Once again, I have no earthly idea what any of you people are talking about.
Happens to be poor rolls, man.
Do you
Oh,
even
what is-
know what Waterdeep is, or are you just making this stuff up?
We know what Waterdeep is.
Apparently not.
It's a large city.
Let's go back.
That
Joe
okay.
Brand, let's go
Hold
back
on,
to
hold on, hold on,
something
hold on,
that
hold on, hold on. Wait.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. Penelope just said Waterdeep was a large city. Dobrin, to you, Waterdeep, not a large city. Just had to make that shirt for sure.
Well, I mean, I guess it's large to you since you're so small, but
She just throws her hands up like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Are
that's
you
bad.
making short jokes right now? I will put you in the ground.
Oh, God, that's good.
This is
Love that.
going great.
I would find that hilarious, young lady.
Says the guy who got grappled for 12 seconds.
All right, look.
It is a large city. We have a tavern there, and there's the Gray Tower thing, and the wizards, and there's a guy underneath that I'm pretty sure he's a dragon, but he wasn't telling the truth or something. And then there's the big graveyard, and there's the temple of the Lathander there. That's where we met you. Wasn't that a Temple of Lathander? Yeah, it was.
Yep. And of course, the Temple of Lathander definitely was around at that time. That is your home base.
There's also the other place that they have robots, and one was a Nimblewright. I think he got died or dead, killed. I think he's dead.
It got died.
God died. I think you're
Yeah, I
confusing
heard
some
that
of your
too.
storybooks, young lady.
I don't read storybooks. I make them.
Okay, Mr. Dobrin. Let's go back to something you do
You
recall.
can call him Dobby.
You said that you.
Please,
No, I'm
for
not
the
calling him
love
Dobby.
of Lythander, do not call me Dobby.
I side
Bobby.
with Penelope.
No, you too. Anyways, you said you're wounded by a demon from a demon attack. Do you recall which type of demons they were?
They were demons. Does it really matter what kind they were? They
That's
all
what
need
it
to
says.
die.
That's
Curiosity.
That's not okay.
Do I know what kind of demon it was?
At this time, it was an archdemon.
Okay. It
They
was an
were-
enormous archdemon.
Enormous red archdemon. At that point, that would be about
I didn't
the only
have
thing
the
that could
time to
fell you.
ask him his name.
But okay, it's all good. Trying to see.
I think we need to go talk to his dad.
Does Dad?
The guy at
I-
the temple.
Dobrin. We are about a day's travel from Waterdeep. Let us take you as far into the town, Temple of Lathander. Maybe from there you can find your answers. Find some more answers that might help you be less confused to what's going on.
Look, if we're that direction now, which I would assume I would be able to tell just out of like previous knowledge of where the city is, where Waterdeep was. I'll agree to travel with you for now, However, I'm going to be keeping my eye on all of you because you are not making me comfortable.
Fair. You are welcome to sit by our fire and share our camp.
Fine.
I'm the least. I've got to be more imposing negatively on any kind of offering than I can be positive and try to. Just this big monster is just like, sit down with us and relax. No, it's not going to work like that.
I don't know. The
Just
5 foot
trying to
gorilla next
figure out
to
how
you.
to do this. I'll go spend time with a horse. How about that? God damn it.
He's uncomfortable around ghosts.
Every time Penelope mentions me being a ghost, I'm just gonna like shake my head and sigh like this small little child
Can I ask you a serious question?
doesn't know.
She's gonna pull a
Do
knife
you
out
how?
from under her thing. Can I stab you in the leg? I can heal it. I can do healing things, and you can heal.
I actually I can't. I don't know why you made this assumption about me.
Okay. Well, let's pretend that you can't. I can. I'll stab you in the hand. I'll let you stab me in the hand. We can stab each other in the hand at the same time.
I would rather not.
Why do you have to stab them?
Because Vessel doesn't bleed.
Couldn't you
He's
just
got-
like
he's
Simple cut would do.
yeah?
But this is way more impactful. Shush.
Hi, I just met you. I'll stab you.
Might as well cut his finger off and say, "Oh, look."
I don't know if I can fix that. I could try. Don't cut your finger off. I've never fixed that.
No.
Persuasion at disadvantage.
You can cut your own hand. I don't
And why
know.
would I want to do that? What do I have to prove to you?
That you're not a ghost.
I'll reach over and push Penelope.
I'm just gonna punch him with the rock fist.
'Cause I'm like, can a ghost do that?
If it's in Vessel, yes, you're possessing my friend.
Are you punching him with Maximilian?
So
No, it's not a thing. I could push him maybe.
Oh,
It's not actually an attack thing. I want you to know. We're not telling. We're not lying.
I have no idea.
You cast you. Well, no, I don't know that he casts on the truth.
but we were able
right.
to see him
I
cast,
won't stab
correct?
you, but you should. Oh, we would have saw it. Yeah. You should think about that. Stabbing your hand.
I should think about stabbing myself.
You should. Yeah.
I tell you what. For your sake, I will think about stabbing myself. How's that?
What if I do it too?
I would prefer you. Well, if you want to stab yourself, that's all.
See,
That's all
Vessel would never.
Okay.
It's an imposter here. It's gonna kill us in our sleep. How do we know you're not a demon? I can't check. Sorry, I should say test and check at the same time.
Vessel. Is it this time?
Dobrin, you mean?
I'm the DM. It's at this time. You slowly start coming back around. Last you recall, you were sitting in the wagon, daydreaming, thinking about things.
Fucking hate that you're doing this.
And your eyes slowly change. And you pull back into consciousness again as yourself. You're surrounded by everybody. They all look upset and worried.
Except Penelope, who's holding a knife.
Penelope
Do we notice the eyes change?
holding a knife. Give me a perception check.
Not me. I walked away.
At 20.
Oh, yeah, you definitely.
Woo!
You noticed. In fact, you wonder why you didn't think about this before. Vessel's eyes were never golden to begin with, but they were a bright gold, and now they are back to their emerald green color as previous.
And I just.
How did we get here?
Okay.
There's a goat. Wait. What?
We just asked you how
Are
you
you
got
Vessel?
here.
Or are you?
I don't know.
Who are you?
Vessel?
No.
Okay.
There's a ghost inside you.
Hold on. Vessel, have you ever heard the name Dobrin?
Vessel, in your case, if I remember correctly, this would be a no. From your backstory, I think this would be no.
I would agree with you. I've never heard that name. Why do you have a knife?
Because you said you were not you, and I'm pretty sure it was a ghost, and I was gonna get him to stab your hand, and then I was gonna stab my hand. It was gonna make more sense when it happened. If I asked you, would you stab your hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. See?
I can't-
Ghost. There's a ghost in you.
I can't really stab my hand. I could
Why
poke
can't
it
you?
with it's metal. I could poke it with the knife.
See? Point proven. There's a ghost in you. And he thinks he's you. And he's people. He thinks he's people.
That's well.
Oh, Lord.
If he doesn't know the name
Also, we're
Dobrin, then
leaving
he
one
won't
of
know
these.
the name McArthur.
I'm going to
Cast Zone of Truth.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay.
It has a 30-foot radius on myself.
Okay.
Am I 30 feet? Am I within 30 feet of him?
I don't know. How
I
far
said I
away
was
did
gonna
you
go.
How far away did you walk,
Well,
man?
wherever we're keeping the horse and the wagon and whatnot, that's where I'm over there. That's what I'm over there doing.
It
Probably not that
shouldn't
far
be
away.
that far. I
Well,
wouldn't think it'd be that far away. At night.
let's say you're on the outer edge of 30.
Okay.
Are you aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
You would pick up the Fey touch
Okay.
that I have got.
He's the fake
Okay.
king.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's
Oh,
just on the
okay.
outside edge, so you don't see him.
Okay.
You don't pick him up.
So even if I did pick him up, other than Granite, because I would assume I would know that I would register something from him if he was in radius. Do I detect anything from that?
Mm-mm. Nope.
I don't know what to tell you, but there's no ghost here.
Oh, there's. Are you two people?
Vessel, oh wait.
I don't know how to answer that question. Are you one person?
I am one person. I know how to answer that. So here's what's happened. There's a guy named Dobby who's been inside your body and speaking through your mouth.
While
he
Penelope's
says-
doing this, I'm running over to get Grant and bring him back.
Okay.
And he says that he is a paladin of Lysander, your guy, and he was fighting demons, but then he woke up here. And he wouldn't stab his hand to prove he wasn't a ghost. Stab your hand.
What?
He talks weird too. He talks so weird. He doesn't talk like you, so it's got to be different, right?
So Penelope too.
Yeah, I love every second of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really understand what you're saying, other than
Ghost.
the paladin comment. That's basically me.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Lathander, don't like demons.
Don't like demons. He don't like demons, but he speaks weird, like one of those uppity knights that my uncle works with. But he didn't like wizards too much, so that was okay.
I will come back with Erwin once she gets my attention.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm just
I've kind of-
visually, well, you can't tell because there's no visual output on my face.
I'm as blank faced as a warforged.
Yes, I'm as blank faced as I always am.
So on the way back from where Granite was, I kind of bring him up to speed a little bit on what just happened.
Okay.
The fact that he's back to Vessel.
I'm assuming you mentioned the eye color thing too, right?
Not yet.
Ah.
I'm about
You didn't
to.
tell anybody about the
So-
eye color? Okay.
No, I was gonna. So, I was working this out in my head. That's what I've been doing. Vessel, have you ever met another Warforged that his eyes changed colors?
DM, have I ever met another Warforged? Period.
You've never met another Warforged, period. You have been the only one of your kind that you have ever seen within the spires of the morning and spires of the morning and around Waterdeep. You are kind of one of a kind.
And I will answer cryptically by just saying no, but I won't go into detail about
And so-
never seeing another Warforged before.
Okay. Okay. Can you also? I know you said you don't know the Dobrin fellow we spoke of, but can you tell me about the MacArthur clan that used to be in what's the town we're going to? I forgot.
Waterdeep?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Yeah. All I can think of was Feywild. Can you
Would
tell
I
me
know
about the
anything
MacArthur
about
clan
that?
From
I'm gonna have to say. I tell you what, I'll make you roll for it.
I like it.
DC is gonna be pretty hard.
better dice.
It is gonna be a 25. So you're gonna be rolling
what?
a. I will allow you a religion check on in lieu of history. It is of relating to Lathander.
Well, I'm gonna fail because
Ooh.
Oh,
even
well,
if I roll,
Does he have to do it or me?
even if I roll a natural,
if you roll in that 20, it's an auto success.
nope,
No.
nope, never heard of him.
Ah,
That would have been an 11.
Oh yeah,
You let me down.
no idea.
I'm sorry I've disappointed you.
okay. So I'm
Don't
watching
never say
Erwin
that.
just lambaste him with questions. I'll try to explain to Vessel. You kept calling yourself a different name. You were confused why you were traveling with us. You were very guarded as to I'm drawing a blank on how I'm trying to say this.
Take your
You
time,
were-
Granite.
You were confused. of who we were. You
And
didn't
so
recognize us. You
impatient.
didn't remember traveling with us. You kept calling yourself Dobrin MacArthur.
Interesting.
Or Dobby, for short.
No.
I love it every time.
I
Those
don't
ones for you.
know what to say about this.
Have
Perhaps
you ever had a moment like you just had now where you're confused about how you got somewhere?
not that I can recall. I have had dreams before,
What
but
have you dreamed about?
I was never confused. I've never lost time, if that's what happened here. I dreamt that I was some sort of warrior fighting demons. I don't have a whole lot of detail, but it seemed that I was made of flesh, like you all, as opposed to this. But they never lasted long. They were always very short dreams, a minute or
Dobrin's-
two at the most.
Dobrin spoke of being in battle with demons. I fear this is something that we're not going to figure out here on the road. We may have to get back towards Waterdeep and possibly your temple, or find somebody that would know more about this Dobrin MacArthur.
Did somebody make you? What if they jammed a corpse inside of you? Is there a corpse inside of you?
I certainly hope not.
Can we open you up?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not aware of a way to open myself.
When he says open himself, how at the fortune teller, who was close enough to see what happened to his hand?
Nobody.
Oh, gosh.
We were just
No,
close
I-
enough to hear them speak, but not close enough to see anything.
No, because I had asked y'all if anybody in the previous sessions, I asked y'all if anybody was nearby, and y'all were all wagon side.
That's what I was asking.
enough
I don't
to
remember
She
if there
didn't
was
see.
anybody close.
No, unfortunately, only Vessel heard what was said from the fortune teller.
Okay, well then, for granted, that doesn't mean anything other than him just knowing that he talked to the fortune teller and hearing the name MacArthur at the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm good. Vessel would be the only one that would maybe catch that.
I think with how, I don't know the word for this, with how disturbed this has made some of you, perhaps when we get back to Waterdeep, I should seek out the High Radiance and see if there's any information they can provide for me.
If Dobby comes back, would you like us to let him know anything? Sort of relay some messages with your ghost?
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe you should make notes or keep a journal, and then if you happen to lose consciousness, maybe you could pass notes between yourself.
How cool, you got your own pen pal.
This will be some of the stuff that I write in my journal
Wait.
tonight anyway, so
Do you have a ghost?
I have many ghosts.
Ghost of your past.
Christmas past?
What's Christmas?
Christmas.
Winter solstice.
Winter solstice.
Winter solstice. Ghost of winter solstice past.
I'm pretty good at the gnome bowling.
Our forefathers.
Okay, I will, for future reference, just so I don't have to mention this all the time, I'm not going to be smart enough to write it down on paper. I'm going to make the logs in my head. Because to me, as a Warforged, that makes the most sense.
Put them on your hard drive.
Yes. My internal memory.
Your internal crystal storage.
Yes.
But Dobin doesn't know those things.
I don't know that.
Good point. You didn't say any of this out loud?
No,
I'm
of course not. No. This is all like internally. I'm like, okay, I'll keep a log file going, blah, blah, blah.
You've done us a great service, and you've been very kind to my people, and I owe you a debt. So anything that I can help you with, I would be more than happy to.
I'm going to look. Thank you. I'm going to look over at Penelope and be like, could you try not to convince myself to stab myself? If this goes poorly, I would rather not be the cause of my own demise.
Well, I just meant the hand, like not in the guts. Just stab the hand. I told him I could fix it. I told him he could fix it, but he said he didn't know how to fix it. He said he couldn't cast magic. Maybe ghosts don't know how to cast magic.
Amazing.
I'll look over back at Granite and just like head gesture over at Penelope, like, help me out here, brother.
I mean, I'll just look at you like you should know her by now. I don't know what to expect.
If you don't want him to stab you, I'll make sure he doesn't stab you. Oh, what if he freaks out, right? Like he finds out he's not real, like he's not a person, then he just goes crazy. And he takes you with him, that'd be bad.
I tend to agree with you. That would be bad.
What if you go crazy?
What
What if
makes
you're
you
going crazy?
What makes you think I haven't been crazy this whole time?
I don't know. This is sort of the baseline that we have for you. So if it gets worse, then we know you're going crazy. Currently, it's on a downward trend right now because there's another voice in you. Maybe you are going crazy. All right. Don't stab anybody. Yourself mostly. I don't know if you'll be able to heal or not.
Oh God. I'm assuming that's past for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting. It's
Starting,
The evening.
yes,
It's the evening.
okay.
Tomorrow you'll
Okay,
be.
gotcha,
Tomorrow you'll
gotcha.
make it to Waterdeep.
Gotcha.
Good. I need to get that out. I haven't Penelope'd in a while.
Penelope.
I would like to have that on a T-shirt. Man, I needed to get that out. I haven't Penelope'd in a while.
Penelope.
I love it.
Oh, this is so much fun.
This is gonna be a
So I'm
thing.
done talking for the night.
I love it. If everybody's satisfied with Vessel being Vessel again,
Penelope does not sleep with her back to Vessel.
Well, while everyone drifts off to sleep, I'm going to pull Granite aside and let Granite know to watch Vessel's eyes. I didn't want to alert the group, but I know that Granite is aware of things more so than others and doesn't frighten as easy. So I let him know.
I will keep an eye on Vessel.
figured that.
All right. Well, this is interesting.
Yeah, you're bipolar. Is it crowded in there all by yourself?
You're welcome,
Oh,
man.
Oh no.
That's cool. You get to play 2 characters. That's awesome.
All right,
I'm
so
glad mine's just big and angry.
the party gets a sleep. You determine if it's restful or not. If it's not restful, take a point against yourself for exhaustion. If it is, if you did sleep, you slept fine. Don't worry. That is controlled by whoever. So
Gotcha.
we'll just
So
say
my question was basically correct.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
So
Cool. Cool.
the next morning comes. You all wake up and prepare for your final leg into Waterdeep. You're going to arrive early morning into Waterdeep, getting back towards business at hand. The bar almost done in completion for repairs, because when you last left there was a giant hole.
Question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The notes that I sent you, God knows how far back, about the changes that I wanted to make to the bar. Did Rainier take those into consideration while we were doing reconstruction?
It's still in process.
Sure.
I remember now. I got a door
But I can
up.
see the resemblance, the assemblance of the change.
Yes, in process.
Nice.
In process.
Nice. I love it.
It took me a minute to remember. Beautification in the construction is after functionality had been restored, beautification and upgrading had been in process. So things are looking well. Bar has been operational and still making money as normal. Not a whole bunch of downtime for it. You see what's the word I'm looking for?
It's not a furry.
Not a furry.
What?
You don't see a
My bad,
furry.
Okay.
I accidentally opened TikTok. I'm sorry.
It's not a furry.
Rainier, what are you doing?
No, don't come in, Mom.
Reconstruction on my bar, huh?
The morning patrons are there. Everything seems as it was, more or less back to business. You got your stable of police officers, or town's guard rather, that come in and out now. You have a report. Nothing strange has gone on at the bar, and you are free to choose as what you wish to do for the day.
Okay. So we definitely want to try to get Vessel back to his temple. Give him an opportunity to try to find some answers on his end. I do want to check in with Veshera. And then I'll catch up. And you said Rainier kind of caught us up. Everything's normal.
Yeah,
everything's
everything
going
about the
good.
bar is
Nothing
fine.
weird. So Vashera is going to be one of my priorities. Then making sure Vessel gets what he needs to get everything squared away for him.
Anything else anybody wants to investigate, look at, do while in town? History searches, libraries.
Well, I'm assuming that's going to be part of the talking to Vajra and trying to find out information about MacArthur.
Well, I was referring to anybody else, or if they want to go with you.
Right.
Basically, kind of open it up to what people want to do. Everybody gonna go as a group together? That's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna stick with Granite for the most part.
Okay.
Penelope's just gonna wander around town.
Penelope is gonna go wander around town. Let's see what
Chaotic little shit.
Penelope's got a Penelope.
Yeah.
I guess, Granted, do I need to go with you, or would you rather me go to a library and see what information I can pull up on the town's history of the MacArthurs?
I intended to speak with Vashra and see if she may have had any insight to that same information, or maybe give us access to their library. And if they don't have any information at the Gray Hand about that, we could try other locations. I don't expect you to follow me everywhere we go. Just what do you deem that you need to do?
I guess to save time in case you don't find information, I will head to the library. If anyone wants to join me, they can, and see what I can find out
Awesome.
about the MacArthurs.
Who wants to go with Erwin to the local library?
I can go.
Roxana goes. Penelope is going to go wandering.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Granite and Vessel are going to go together.
I'll make sure Penelope knows that we're going to check in with Vashra, Gray Hand, and then if I can't find me there, I'll be back towards the tavern at some point.
Tell her I said hi, and then I miss
will.
her.
I will kick the door for you.
Thanks.
Okay.
She likes that.
Our parties are sliced up and divided and go their separate ways for the day. Penelope, we'll start with you. Is there any particular thing that you're looking for in the town, or are you just looking for trouble?
She's just wandering, just walking.
Okay, well, I rolled to see what I can generate for you, and you're okay for now. No trouble no trouble finds you. Maybe you stop on a corner to play, pick up some money just by...
What
That's
is
right, she
your
is the bard.
familiar?
Yeah,
Oh, my familiar. I think it's a frog.
Frog.
right now, isn't it?
It's a frog,
Yeah.
that's
it's
right.
still Crackers the
Yeah.
Frog.
That's right.
Yep, Roxana had
Smash
last
Frog.
talked to Crackers.
That is what she's gonna do. She's gonna wander around, play music, have a dancing frog. It's gonna be a good time.
Good time.
Big frog.
Give me a D20 roll right quick.
All right. Anything in particular?
I just want you to roll a D20, and then if you roll, where's
Oops.
my? Come here. I need my die. If you roll,
It's a 2, so you can just go off of that.
okay, well, take a D4,
All right.
and however many hours you spend playing as a bard on the corner, multiply that by your D4 roll, and that's how much gold you get.
Okay. I figure she'll probably do. Everybody will probably take a while. So do 2 hours. 6.
You pick up 6 gold, or no, 6 plus 2 is 12. Wait, no.
Nice.
Plus 2?
Wait,
Times
hold
2.
on.
Times-
You
You
said
rolled
times
it-
2.
You rolled a D4 and you got 6?
Oh, sorry. I had wrote a D6. Sorry.
I was like, wait a minute.
That D4 is rigged.
2.
2 times 2 is 4 gold.
Yeah.
4 gold for a couple hours of play.
Nice.
We'll step back from there and we'll go with Erwin and Roxana. You make your way to the local library for history, and the local librarian, dressed in a red vestment, red robe vestments, asks what they can do for. What can I do for you?
We are looking for anything that might pertain to the MacArthur clan that has lived here in the past.
The MacArthur clan. Who is that? Never heard of that before. How long ago was this?
That's why we're here to find out.
Oh,
I'm uncertain.
I haven't heard of anybody like that in the most recent times. Maybe in the really old stuff.
Okay.
But we don't usually let people get to that. You know, you gotta kind of have a reason or a pass, maybe. You got a piece of paper saying it's okay for you to read it. Nobody, you touch the old stuff, it just falls apart. Then they fire you.
I didn't bring my past with me.
Oh, I
Is there any
see.
way you could gather the information and sit with us?
Well, hold on a second. Let me see if that will be acceptable. 1 minute. Let me go find the boss. Boss! Walks off. Comes back a couple minutes later. The boss said that would be okay. As long as I'm the one touching the paper and not you. If you touch the paper, then I'm afraid we're going to have to arrest you. Or have somebody arrest you. I can't arrest you. I'm not really got the guy with the magical cuffs that to put on you and then put you into jail. You know, I'm just the one that kind of reads the papers and said, wow, look at all this history.
That sounds very
Is that
reasonable.
okay?
I would not want to be
All-
the one to mess
all
up your
right.
history. Yes.
All right, I guess family lineage is where we're going to start with. You said the MacArthur family?
Yes.
Okay, let me go and get some of these papers. If you want to follow me to these tables we've got cordoned off with this little red rope right here, it keeps people out, but not really because they could just walk by them. But that's okay. It's, you know, it keeps the honest people out. And sit right
How
here.
old is this lady?
The dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, my bad. I don't know.
Well, that's how old it is. The lady sounds like an old man, or the man sounds like an old lady, or something like that.
Just a minute. I'll go get your.
While we sit here and wait, what's your name so I know how to address you?
I'm Simon. Last
All right,
name
Simon,
Belmont.
We will wait here for you.
I'm from the prestigious. I'm from the Belmont family. But it's okay. Give me a minute. I'll be right back with. Or I'll go see if I can find something. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit. And Simon wanders off into the back, looking for family lineages. I'm gonna roll a d20. Well, first, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna roll a d6. This is gonna be Simon's modifier. This is how smart Simon is. It's all based on a d6 roll. You were lucky. Simon gets a +5 to his roll. Simon is now going to roll a d20. We're going to see if we can hit a 15 or above. Ooh. That's 11. Some time passes. Simon comes back out. He goes, You said the MacArthur family, right?
Yes.
Well, okay. You see, there seems to be a bit of a problem. We can't find information in the library here in regards to MacArthur family. They have like Mac Hearth and, you know, things that sound like MacArth, but not really MacArthur. There's even a MacEath and a Mackie, but no MacArthur. It's possible I could have missed it. Usually I'm pretty good about this, you know, because I got a modifier of a +5, but I just rolled really shitty. I tell you what, we could try again if you want to spend some more time waiting out here for me. I don't mind going back in. It's pretty easy back there. It's nice and cool down in the cellar where, you know, all the files are kept, or the scrolls. They're inside some cases, so they don't actually rot or get moldy that you would think. But it's really cool down there, so I prefer down there than being up here talking to people. But you're okay. I like talking to you. It's all right.
If you would like to try one more time, I would highly appreciate it. If you just take a careful consideration when you go down there.
Okay, I'll go take another look again. Thanks for sticking with me here. I'll be right back. Once again, I'll go down there and take a look and see. Maybe this time I'll come back with some more goodies instead of nothing like I did this time with the big fat old nothing. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go take another look.
This
And
customer service is like off the wall, man.
you're gonna burn another few hours at the.
Is Simon a
library.
human?
Simon's human, yeah.
Oh, great.
I gotta have a little
I'm
bit of
gonna
fun
leave.
with my NPCs.
I'm gonna lead over to
All
Aaron
here
and
is
be like,
Guru.
bad time to mention I don't like humans. Humans.
Shh. Shh. We're not discriminating.
You racist.
I just don't like them. I'm not racist.
I'm not there.
He comes back.
I know.
He goes, look, I'm going to be real with you. I didn't find anything down there. This is the second time I've taken a look and I could not find anything. So, I don't think we have anything in regards to what you're looking for, unfortunately. You can take a look yourself if you get the special pass and the piece of paper that I told you about getting it signed off on from someone who's supposed to be able to let you down there. Not me. I can't let you down there because I am not high enough right here at this place, the library where you're at. If you get my drift, you would have to talk to my boss or, you know, someone else, maybe important in town that can write one of those pieces of papers. I don't know. I rolled a
Okay.
9, by the
We
way.
appreciate your help. What? Oh,
I rolled a 9.
Yay.
So, it was
One time.
14.
The few times I want you to roll high and you roll a 9.
You know what? It's the way the dice play. They don't want you to know right now. He goes, sorry about that, but thanks for stopping by the library. I'm going to go back down into the cellar where it's cool because it's a hot day outside today and we don't really have a whole lot of people here. So thanks.
All right, Simon. Well, if I need anything else, I'll come look for you specifically because I enjoyed talking to you today.
Hey, I enjoyed talking to you and helping you out as well.
I guess we'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. Vessel and Granite. Which way were y'all? Y'all were heading to Vashra first, right?
I did want to check in with her to see if she had any kind of insight on where to find information for MacArthur,
Mm-hmm.
and just to let her know that we made it back to town.
Okay. For histories of family and things like that, that would probably be in the library where Roxana and Ariana, where Arwen was, or you could talk with the local magistrates and see if you could check their records there. That's what she would suggest. One of those
Okay.
two locations.
That's fantastic.
And Vashra would offer up, if you're going to check the library and you wanted to look for yourself, she could write a slip for allowing you into the deeper archives.
I would definitely take advantage of that, but I want her to make sure that she notates that I will have other people with me on the. Make sure that on the paper that it notates that everybody is going to be open for everybody to come with me to check it
With party.
in my group. The party, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why the hell words are hard today.
Words are hard. It's okay. We just all have to talk a little different every now and then.
Or talk, period.
Kid. The demon is awake. Okay, so those are your options. What
Okay,
would you?
If she will write the pass for
Yeah.
us, we'll check in with.
You're in good with her. She writes you your pass that you want that you need. No
I'll
problem.
pass for the library, and then how close in proxemics is the tower to the Temple of Lathander versus the library? Because I don't want to make a gigantic triangle if we could just kind of hit it in a line.
I'm
Like
gonna
this.
interject here and request that we do the Temple of Lathander last, preferably.
Okay, well,
Just
if he's going to
because-
interject, it won't matter then. We'll do it that way.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I believe in the grand scheme of things, the tower is in the, if you're looking at the map, the tower is on the eastern side of Waterdeep. Or no, the temple's on the eastern side. The tower was on the northwestern side, if I remember correctly. So it's like all the way across town. And
So the
of
library
course,
would be
your
more
bars-
central?
So the bar's on the way far south. So the library would probably be the library and the local magistrate's office. Child. Would be closer.
Okay, well, then if Vessel is offering that as a suggestion on how to do it, then we'll do the library, the magistrates, whichever one's closest first, and then make our way to the temple last.
Okay, perfect. Then we'll say, you head to the library where Roxana and Erwin are, and during the second instance of Simon going down into the cellar to look, you arrive just as he had given the bad news to Erwin and Roxana.
Great.
Of not
We're
being able to
together.
find anything. Y'all walk in. So sorry, I could not find anything. Y'all have a nice day.
We'll just
Bye.
walk up right next to the other two.
Well, you're a tall guy.
Indeed. I imagine we both are. Aren't we about the same height?
Who are you talking to?
You, Vessel, we're about the
Me.
same height.
Oh, Vessel's like 7 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm
We're close.
6'10". I'm 6'10".
10.
He's a little taller than me.
That's why I didn't even see you behind the other guy. You're made of metal. That guy's furry.
Yes.
Do you know these two
Excuse
people?
me, sir.
What? Oh,
As a matter
yes.
of fact, we're here to try to find some information.
Really, no.
Our compatriots have already, I guess my compatriots have already started without us.
Yeah, they're
But
there.
I have
right now.
a-
Unfortunately,
Huh?
Simon isn't able to find information for us.
Yeah, they were standing next to you. So, yo,
I'll show
okay.
him the note from Vashra.
And he looks at the note. Oh, hey, yeah, this is what I was telling y'all about. You see, this is the note that's with a high important person that'll let you get down into the cellar. He got one. You can go down in the cellar and look now if you want. I don't care.
Awesome. I'd like to spend some time perusing the books, if you
Just,
don't mind.
just remember, any scrolls you destroy will be coming out of your hide. Ha, ha, ha. No, really. We'll be making them out of you.
I'll be careful with property that's not mine.
Thank you very much for using the library's stuff today. Come on in. Let me just move the little red rope right here that keeps the honest people out. Come on down.
I'm on the way. Everybody else, y'all are on that note too. Let's go.
Go on down. And give, you can have an investigation roll with advantage,
Yes, I can.
or you can all roll your own investigation checks. You don't even have to look for what you're looking for if you want to happen to look for something else while you're down there.
I'm
I'll do
rolling
an
mine. Is
investigation.
anybody gonna check with me or?
I'll check with
All right.
investigation.
Okay, so is anybody helping anybody else? Or are you all rolling?
Investigation on what Penelope said earlier about her.
Matt, were you
Yeah,
doing
can
your
I-
own, or were you gonna help one of us?
I'll assist Granite.
Okay, Granny gets advantage. Roxana, what did you say? You kind of broke up for a second.
Oh, I said I would. I'm gonna investigate.
She's having a connection
what
problem.
Penelope said when Dobrin did a thing, and she said that her last name.
I can't hear anything.
She said her last name. So, can y'all hear me?
I can hear you
I can
just
hear her.
fine.
Penelope mentioned something about her last name, and I want.
Oh, you're gonna look up
Research it.
Penelope's last name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
You
okay,
sneaky shit.
okay. Hey, I mean that's why I opened
take
it up.
notes.
That's why I opened up the floor.
Damn.
Natural
Erwin
20!
is.
All right, hold on. Calm down.
Hey, Erwin is having a connection problem. She's got no sound.
All right.
hear me now?
Yes.
We can
Yes.
hear you just fine.
Okay, I think my headset died. So,
We can
we're
see
good
you.
now.
We can see you and hear you
I can
moving.
hear you now.
Okay.
I unplugged
Okay.
my headset, so I can hear now.
Oh, okay. Weird.
I don't know. Welcome to my life.
Oh, good God. Okay, so my rolls for MacArthur.
Steph, do you want me to build you a new
I'm
computer?
glad it was with advantage.
No, not yet.
All right.
It was just the computer.
Oh, okay. Just a headset. You want a new headset? I got
We'll
one.
work on that eventually. I believe we'll work on that later.
Okay.
So we're rolling for investigation, right?
All right. So what did you roll, Granite?
Granite rolled 25 with advantage.
Oh yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah. Okay, so let's address the large elephant in the room with Roxana looking up Penelope's history since Penelope isn't here, and looking up
Wow.
the Pendergast family line.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, Penelope. What would you want to be sharing that would be lineage-wise of the Pendergast family?
I don't know.
Wasn't
want-
prepared for this.
Okay, well, okay. Do you want me?
Go ham. Like you have what her.
Yeah,
family
I mean,
was
I've
when
got
she
it.
left.
I was going to give you the option if there's some things that would be culled that you wouldn't, or if it's just gonna kind of one of those open.
So the only secret things the family ever did. So one thing here, I'll just tell you.
It's not really. We'll keep the secret stuff. This is more public knowledge, family lineage.
Yeah, that they have a family history of providing paladins, like one every generation at least.
Mhm.
Paladins to whatever fucking God Balnor is to. Her
Yeah.
uncle.
Her uncle Balnor.
Yeah.
So you would okay. Here's the thing, Roxana, you would not find Penelope's name anywhere in a lineage. Penelope Pendergast, nothing at all. You see a lot of different names that all around Baldur's Gate that she has made mention before in the past. You would see a Joan and Marcus Pendergast of Baldur's Gate. You would see that they had 2 daughters, Emily and Valentine. You would see a branch in the lineage tree for an uncle that was Balnor. I don't think Penelope, have you ever mentioned Balnor around any of the?
Nope.
Okay.
No, she's never mentioned aside from her family's dead,
Right.
and that's about it.
You would see those names as some of the most recent Pendergast in the lineage. Okay. You would see 3 of them. 3 of those names are marked as deceased: Marcus, Joan, and Valentine. Emily would still be listed as alive, but there wouldn't be any updates at this time. This was a good while back for the last entry on this. And then you would see parents and grandparents in the Pendergast line from Baldur's Gate. But that's what you would glean from that. There's no this particular library does not contain any books about the Pendergast family. You would suspect that you would have to travel to Baldur's Gate to find any books that may have been written or written by the Pendergast family. And that's what you're going to get with a natural 20.
Okay.
Fair enough, TJ?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
And
That
I'd
was a
assume her
cool
entry
roll.
would be. I would assume her entry would be missing or
Unknown
presumed dead.
is basically
Yeah,
unknown. Is more or less what is written there for Emily. Okay, now Granite 25. Dobrin MacArthur. Simple enough to find. It was already right there. He is in history lauded as one of the greatest paladins of Lathander of his time. The time frame of which he lived and the MacArthur family was alive was in the 50 PP era. So this is old. This is 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, I got that. Anything that I'm reading, I've already got Vessel. I'm like, hey, right here. And then I've got Erwin. Hey, right over here. Look this. This is it.
The lineage goes a little ways down, but peters out after a couple of generations. Looks like the just more or less sons died before they could continue on the lineage, just like things happen like that with some names. But back in the day, this was the name. Now, if you're wanting to look for any particular writings about him, at the library, you could probably find exploits of Dobrin MacArthur, of how he was his, how he went out and killed a bunch of demons, and how the demon, basically old stories of the wars of the past.
Okay.
How well versed are you, or how well versed do you believe Granite would be in the history of the world? Do you think he would pay attention to the full history of the world, or not care?
No, to be fair, most of his history, anything that's going to have to do with history for him is going to be mostly his people. But researching into it, he would just try to find stuff that would be relevant to talk to Dobrin about.
Okay.
If he gets the opportunity to, if something happens to Vessel and Dobrin takes back over.
Okay.
Am I able to help Surge or no?
He got assistance from Vessel. He rolled 25.
What
Okay,
did she
I'm
roll?
just
Did
like-
she roll at all,
yeah.
or was she having headset problems?
Headset problems.
I rolled, but that's what I didn't know if you needed.
What I'll say is, I'll add this. Because it's more or less that anything that's going to be written about him is his time spent in service of Lathander and the wars in the past between the good the good deities and the evil deities. Of what you know is of the deities. There's the good, there's the evil, and then there's the prime deities.
Right.
Okay? If Granite doesn't know a lot about why the prime deities are called the prime deities, or had studied any of that,
I
Then,
mean, his.
you just
I have
know
a-
there's wars.
I have a question. Would Vessel being proficient in religion, could I roll to see if I know anything about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I can. He's all like, I don't know what the fuck this means.
Well, Sylvanas is the only deity that I deal with, but
Religion check of 22.
22,
nice.
okay. All right. So, Vessel, you in your teachings of Lathander, you were taught that long ago there was a great war that happened. A war between sure. I'll give that, yeah. That's okay by me. Just tell me what your role is. There was a war that was set out between the good deities and the evil deities. It was the war to end all wars, more or less. The prime deities stepped away from this battle. They weren't going to take sides. They weren't going to be in the middle. Sylvanas, being a prime deity, for example, didn't take sides.
Right.
War raged for years and years and years. In the end, it ended up being a stalemate. And of which you could say a tentative accord was met. And so those of the evil deities kept to themselves, and those good kept to themselves. And it has stayed like that with minimal interaction between the factions throughout time. Dobrin was one of the paladins of Lathander who was a good deity. So he participated in a lot of the scuffles and wars that had, or smaller skirmishes that had occurred post the Great War. So post Prime.
Right.
His tales
Okay.
come from those battles. And
Cool.
in the grand scheme of things, it's just more or less glorified slaughter of demons.
A way to cut your teeth as a warrior kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Build a name, get yourself renown, make yourself big, which is what he did, which is why he was known as one of the great paladins of that time.
I'll just make notes in my journal about him, about some of his exploits.
For more information, you probably would either have to go to the temple itself to see some of their histories, or no, I think it'd probably be the temple itself.
That's going to be our next stop anyway.
Yeah. Okay, and Steph, what you were looking for. Why does that name? I'm not seeing that name in my history here. Ah, there it is. Sorry.
Okay.
You have to forgive me. I can send you information.
I was going to tell you.
You just want me to send you information on that later?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Something
Okay.
you're doing.
Yeah, that's going to be important. So, yes. I will get. There is some information that you do have that I can give to you on that in regards.
Nice. Everybody's got their own agenda today. I like it.
So, let me write that up at the end of the session, and I'll get it to you.
You're good. Yeah.
Let me make a note of that before.
That's why I just typed it out.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to Vessel about what we're reading about Dobrin MacArthur. And we'll just
So this is apparently the actual guy that you said I guess the correct term would be inhabited my body.
he's at the time we were out of town, this is the individual that was speaking in your body. He was saying that he was Dobrin MacArthur and he had fought many great battles against demons.
Interesting.
How long have you known how long has Vessel been around? Above the table for me. How long is Vessel aware that he's been around?
I am.
God. Let me.
I've got it written down.
Let me say. I'm trying to look at. Let me look at your.
Information. Oh, description. Unless my information is incorrect, Daniel. Vessel is aware of his existence for a whopping 3 years.
That's correct. I was gonna say I wanted to say 5, but I didn't think that was right.
I thought it was something short. I may probably because we've talked about it before in the past, but maybe in the first introduction or something. But
Yeah, And I
Anyway.
would not have like necessarily hidden that from anybody, but I wouldn't have
No.
gone around being all like, "I'm 3 years old."
I think you know. I think
I treat.
I think you're old.
But like,
Yeah,
if you
like,
s-
three
if
years
if you
prior to
asked
our
me,
endeavors,
Go ahead,
we've
Steph.
been out for what, a year and a half.
Huh?
I say, is it 3 years prior to him meeting up with us? Because we've been out for like a year and a half with all the Feywild stuff, right? So he
No,
would be
the
closer to
Feywild
5.
was only 6 months. Y'all rolled really lucky on that.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
That's right. That's right.
so I'm like, okay,
It's been a while.
I would be at this point in time, I would be between 3.5 and 4 years old then, somewhere in that
Don't
time
protect
frame.
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, so does he remember his first memory?
Vessel?
Does he know is he aware of his first memory? Is above the table is what I'm trying to get at.
I would assume. I mean, Vessel would know Vessel's first memory. Yeah.
You would recall
Okay.
it, yeah.
I would remember when I came to initial consciousness.
Because
3.5
granted,
-ish
he's
years
not
ago.
trying to. Granite's trying to figure out how many times this has happened before that we've never been aware of.
You mean the loss of time?
The arrival of Dobrin, whatever the fuck his name is, Dobrin.
Unless Daniel wants to correct me on this, I would say this was the first time I would ever be aware of this.
You were correct.
Okay.
So it's not something he was hiding from us. It's just something that happened recently, and now here we are. Okay.
I mean,
All
if
right.
you want to roll to see if I'm lying, you can.
No, Granite to a fault trusts his friends, and sometimes a little too much. We've seen that in the past. Okay, never mind. We'll talk about Dover MacArthur and some of his odds and ends as we travel to the temple, because that's what we need to get going for your vessel.
All right. Getting close. By the time you're gonna make it to the temple, it'll be evening. Penelope, back to you. What do you
Just
want to
jam.
do? You want to join
Oh, sure.
at the temple?
Yeah. I made some money. I can head that way.
Okay. You will. You will catch. I figured you'd want to go to the temple
Yeah.
because one of Penelope's favorite things to do.
She does love the temples people. And they love her.
Very much.
You are his apprentice.
That's true.
I was going to say because she always hounded Prior Athos for scrying.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I've forgotten all about that.
Oh, dude,
I've
dude.
forgotten my mission.
Dude, I'm here for you.
I appreciate that. It's been so long since we played. I forgot.
I know.
what I'm
Your,
supposed to
your,
be
your
doing.
DM is here to cover for you, man. I know it. I don't want you to miss out on your fun. Okay, so you all make your way to the temple of the spires of morning, for the temple of Lathander. You enter through the doors, and one of the clerics, lower level clerics, happens to be wandering around through near the entryway, turns and looks. Oh, can I help y'all? Oh, Vessel, so good to see you again.
Same to you. Is the high radiance in?
I believe so. Would you like me to contact them and see if they would meet with you?
Please.
Okay, 1 second. Goes off to find Prior Athos, or follow chain of command, and deliver the message to the prior that Vessel and this party is here and they would like to have a meeting with the High Radiance. Athelsar comes to meet you in lieu of taking you to the High Radiance and goes, Vessel, what can we do for you? I heard you wanted to meet the High Radiance. Is there something that I can do or answer for you?
Perhaps, but I'm nervous.
Probably says, "You want me to take it from here? I think I can handle it."
Let me begin.
Friar Athers's eyes get real big, sees you poking around from the backside. It's just like, it's you!
I am having an issue with
Erectile dysfunction.
loss of time
Loss of time?
and perhaps possession
Possession
by another
oh,
entity.
possession by an entity.
I don't know if this is something that you can assist with, or my instinct was to take this directly to the High Radiance
Let's
due
say
to our past.
With possession, you would be correct. I don't have the skill set to release possession, but what is possessing you? So I could tell the High Radiance.
I believe it may be
Ghost.
I don't know how to word it properly so that it doesn't sound crazy.
Penelope just blurts out, "Ghost."
A ghost? Are you possessed by a demon spirit?
I don't think it's nearly as simple as all of that.
we can assemble a team of
Ghostbusters.
high priests to
Well,
bust
the
this
ghost identifies himself as Dobin MacArthur.
You see that name catches attention. Excuse me. What did you say?
He goes by Dobby or Dobby.
No.
While we were traveling back from our latest trek, one of our evenings at camp, Vessel was not quite himself and kept identifying himself as Dobrin MacArthur. We did some research on him at the library and found out that he was a paladin of Lathander. Naturally, being of Lathander, our first initial thought was to bring Vessel directly back here in hopes that you could give us some insight or maybe help us understand why Dobin MacArthur is using Vessel to speak.
This is strange. Give me one moment. Let me go speak with the High Radiance. And the prior leaves the room, goes straight to the High Radiance's chambers. Some time passes. And
Do you think they have snacks here?
Sure, they've got little wafer cookies around here somewhere.
wafer cookies and Temple wine. The
I look at Penelope and say, those are for official use only.
I'm officially a member of Lathander's church. Remember? I am your disciple. We will spread the word of Lathander by force if necessary.
I like it.
of which y'all have
Slowly
done
turn
none
back
of.
around.
Of which y'all have done none of. The High Radiance exits chambers and makes the way over to your group, and Vessel looks at you. Back and forth. and says, "Possession, you say? Dobrin
appears so.
MacArthur?"
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to read my notes.
Sidebar.
Sidebar. The High Radiance goes, "This isn't good." She turns to all of y'all and says, "Thank you so much for bringing Vessel back to us. We'll take it from here at this point." And says, "We'll let you know." And more or less, a few clerics, she kind of waves her hand. A few clerics that are standing nearby come up, and the prior is there. And you're getting the insinuation, other than Vessel, that she'd like y'all to leave.
I'm gonna take
a.
a.
In front of Vessel.
I'm gonna intercede on that one. I'm gonna take a step backwards as soon as I see them start to like surround me.
Like backwards into the group.
I don't know. Are y'all behind me? just a step backwards, like.
Yeah, Penelope jumps in front of you in a defensive.
High Radiance goes,
Like-
"Vessel, this is not of this information or the goings on. It's not for them. This is the information that you are telling me and that we are hearing now. This is for the church and the church alone. We need you to come with us so we may put a stop to what's happening right now."
I'm going to put my hand on Penelope
Mhm.
and tell her everything's going to be okay.
What if it's not? What if they turn you off?
This is the Temple of Lathander. They won't let anything bad happen to me.
I don't know. They look like wizards.
I can assure you. I can assure you that nothing bad will happen to me.
If something
I wanna
does,
step
I
in
just
next
want
to
you all to
Penelope
know I
and
will
say-
burn this temple to the ground.
Okay, and Erwin, what did you say?
I want to step up next to Penelope and say, normally I don't agree with you, but I agree that this doesn't feel right that he's being taken for information.
I can't, in good conscience, allow you to put yourselves between myself and my God. If everything goes proper, I will return shortly.
And if not,
Then you should carry on without me.
By burning this temple to the ground. Gotcha.
And you hear the high
Oh
Ra-
my God.
the High Radiance turns and says, "At this point, y'all should continue without Vessel."
so you mean to do him
I'm
harm?
not okay with that. You can do stuff him in a box, take his brain out.
The church's work is for the church to know, not for mercenaries.
I'll step up and I'll just say, we just want what's best for him. And if he's able to return to us, we would like to have him as he is, as he's been a great, great help to my people.
Well,
Do I want to... my insight fucking sucks.
you want to roll an insight
I still- I
check?
want- yeah, I still want to roll an insight. I want to know, are these guys being shifty?
Roll an
They
insight
look
check.
shifty.
And
Come on, dice. you.
Don't tell me
All
what
of
it
us?
is yet.
Do we all need to roll
Yeah, don't
one?
look.
It depends. Do y'all feel like you want to roll an insight check against this? Do you feel like something? I mean, do you feel? It's up to you.
I mean,
I'm fighting these priests.
this is Vessel's home. This is his people. This is his religion. I wouldn't fight Vessel on
But
his
he also
wishes.
steps back.
I've seen him step back before.
Okay. Now, what did you roll?
6.
Oh.
I got. Hang on. I'll add mine up. Gotta find the right page. Sorry, I chose pages to text a while ago. Insight. Do I get a thing on that or no? Do we add anything to those or no?
There should be an insight.
Okay.
Sorry.
Under your skills, it's right under history. It's alphabetical.
There it is. 21.
Whoa. Okay. Penelope. You don't clock anything. There's no deception that you feel like is being told to you. You feel it's been straight up information. They're just being a little cryptic because, this is the church. And in fact, oh yeah, there we go. In fact, Prior Athos, sir, turns to you, Penelope, and says, Penelope, why don't we try that scrying spell again? We can go to the ritual room, give it another shot.
That's fucked up.
That's Lucid saying that, right? Not Penelope.
Above
Yes.
table, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Erwin,
Yeah.
the words that are coming out of High Radiance's mouth, they feel truthful, but you feel like there's something being left out in this situation that you don't have a grasp on or any knowledge about. There's something more there. I'll say the truth. The words coming out are truthful to a degree. Let me put it like that. Okay, so Prior Athosar goes, Penelope, shall we go?
She. Man, this is one of the times where I don't know what to do with Penelope.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah. But I want Vessel to come with me.
Vessel has things, the High Radiance. The vessel needs attention. It's only attention that we can give. Again, y'all should probably plan to travel without Vessel from now on.
But we don't want to. He's our friend.
I'm going to tell Penelope everything's going to be fine.
Do I trust him?
Roll an insight
I
check. Vessel, roll either a persuasion or deception roll, whatever you are. Oh, pardon me. Leaning
I'll do
towards.
it again.
Woo! Look at that inside check of 18.
I rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Boom. All right, Vessel, tell Penelope your intention behind the words or your feeling behind the words?
Uh,
What would Penelope read from your like a
I am
book?
I am trying to persuade you to go somewhere else. Not because I think everything's going to be okay, but because I have no idea and I'd rather you guys not get injured.
Yeah, she doesn't truck with that.
Again, Prior Athosar. All right, Penelope. Let's try that scratch spell. I've got 2 of them ready to go.
I don't think today's a good day for that. I think Vessel should come with us.
The high radiance.
I'm going to step towards the high radiance.
That's
Am I
not
next by some priests?
looks
as
as
though
though
I'm not by some
Penelope.
priests.
I was gonna say the high radiance directs towards Penelope. That's just not a good idea, little one. And reaches out for Vessel's arm as Vessel gets closer.
I don't stick my.
I'm gonna reach out to Vessel.
I didn't say
No,
grab.
like,
I said reaches out
I
for your
understand what
arm.
you're telling me. Yeah. I'm just gonna reach over to Vessel, not necessarily touch him, but like say, look, I hear what they're saying. What they're saying may be true, but something still doesn't feel right. Something's off, and I don't trust this situation. You do that with your shoes, but that's
Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Losing time in the middle of travel doesn't feel right.
You see the high radiance swings her hand back to have the doors opened deeper into the spires. Let's go.
I
Time
would
is
rather
not
have
on our
you
side.
lose time traveling with us than you not be you anymore.
I'm going to look at Granite and just nod. And then I'm going to turn around and walk where the high radiance is gesturing me.
You'll see Granite nod back because he understands that there's nothing that we're going to be able to do at this point. I understand that it's not you wanting to go. It's that you're going to protect us.
I'm not going to like reach out to hold the high radiance's arm or anything like that. I'm just going to like walk on my own.
No. The high radiance wasn't reaching to grab your arm.
Okay.
Reached out towards your arm. As you walk by, the hand goes behind the back.
Got
As if, symbolically saying,
come with me, my child.
come with me.
Yeah.
And you see Vessel slowly walk off into the distance.
We're really just gonna let him go?
There's nothing we can do. We
plenty
brought
we
him
can do.
here. We brought him here for help. These
So
are his
No,
people.
we came here for answers. We didn't come to give up our friend.
Well, we came here for him to get help. Just as he gave help to my family and my tribe.
I don't think abandoning him is helping him.
I don't do well with
I
abandonment.
have
That's
no
why we just abandoned
ways
her.
of helping him other than bringing him to the ones that know more about his religion than him.
I'm gonna grab Penelope's shoulder and tell her it's gonna be okay.
"3 days." She walks out.
We'll be back.
The prior reiterates what the high radiance says. Again, you should plan to not see Vessel again.
And she reiterates, I'll see you again in 3 days. With or without them.
The prior understands your you see it's a look on the face of understanding your determination. The radiance takes Vessel and goes out towards, it continues deeper into 4 clerics flanking the backside, follow on. At this point, it's Prior Athasar in the room. Another low-level cleric, and the door closes in the distance. You see Prior Athasar wave his hand to dismiss the cleric, and he turns and looks at y'all. Ow. Pinch my finger. Ow. And he goes, I do not know what's going on here. This is information that is foreign to me. I was not part of Vessel's awakening, nor is what's the word I'm looking for? Not commissioning. We'll just leave it as awakening. I was not part of his awakening. This was the High Radiance's choice and decisions. I have to follow what the High Radiance says. He looks at you, Penelope, goes, I understand your intent. Let me listen. Let me see what's going on. I will let you know.
Understand that you have a position and a part you have to play.
What did you say, Penelope?
I hope you find something in 3 days. She walks out.
I follow Penelope.
Okay.
I'll talk to him. I'll finish talking to him. Understand you have a part to do. Also understand that you're telling us that you're not familiar with the process of what's going on. Don't let them take who he is now.
All I can do is listen. Outside of that, I'll try to get you information. Even doing this right now goes against what the High Radiance would be telling me to do.
I get it.
He's already told y'all to forget about him. But I like Vessel.
That's why I'm spending my time pleading to your good nature to look out for his best interest, please.
Quick question.
Yep.
Are there people walking around like low-level clergy that have like what is the attire?
For the clergy there, it's a white robe. Depending on how high up you go, is Christmas Eve? Depending on how high you go, is your dress. So the prior is not the highest rank. The High Radiance, of course, is the High Radiance, the one who runs it all. The prior runs the daily mass, but the prior is also not a slouch when it comes to magic. Doesn't have all the capabilities like what you would see in Greater Restoration, but the prior's vestments are fairly elaborate. The underlings, white robes with Lathander's symbol.
Face coverings or anything, like a hood? Sort of like
You have your typical hood for your cloak from the your typical cloak hood, but nothing that would have facial coverings.
okay.
Most everybody wears it across the top of their head so they
Right.
can see instead of not see.
Right. Is there anywhere that I can like step out of view, like a little nook or whatever, a bathroom maybe?
Not in the main chambers. The main chamber was
Well, I
a
mean,
giant circle. Then there was the ceremony chamber in which you could have gone with Athazar to do the scrying, and then there's the high radiance chambers that's immediately attached to the entrance, and then as the far back where Vessel went goes deeper into the actual Spire's facility.
Okay. Well, I'm leaving the area, probably toward an exit. So I assume there's like a reception area or whatever.
I mean, there's not really a desk in there, more say, and it's all rounded walls. Because where would you put a desk in a round room?
Well, like, is is this the only room in here, like in this whole building that I walk out in and out of?
Well, I told you there's all the other doors that led to all the other
Right.
rooms, and then there's the exit. I mean, if you want to try to hide behind a plant, I guess you could.
I'll just pick a random door that I can maybe slip into while they're distracted talking to the rest of the group.
All right.
Sneaky like.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage on perception, and all right. And I want you to give me a stealth check.
All right, my stealth isn't super good.
All right.
That's pretty good though. 22.
22. Okay, Athasar is engrossed in his conversation with Granite that he does not see you slip by into a different room. Which room which room were you heading towards? Because if you're in the room from the entrance, let me lay it out this. In the room from the entrance, where everybody's standing, in the middle of the great room, entrance room, to the left is the High Radiance's office.
Nice.
Straight ahead is the large chamber for ceremonial services, and then deeper beyond that is where Vessel went. To the right is ceremony chamber, where you last time went and did your scrying spells.
Right. Let's see. I'm gonna say left or right. I'm just gonna roll for this. Odds is left, even is right.
Nice.
There we go. 17. So
Odds is
to the right.
left.
Odds is left. Yeah.
Odds is left. You go to the
Yeah,
High
left.
Radiance's
Yeah.
office.
Sick. This is actually going differently than I planned, but I'm into it. Okay. Is anyone in there? It's empty.
It's empty. Only the High Radiance would
Uh,
normally be in there, and she is currently taking Vessel deeper into the building.
Okay. Okay. She's gonna snoop real fast, just going through shit, looking for anything on Vessel.
All right.
Through the drawers, maybe some paperwork. Gonna get Vessel killed, maybe.
Give me an investigation check.
Also not good. 7.
7. There are a number of desk drawers here. A lot of them are locked. The ones that are open, Not a lot of information there, just kind of blank paper and feathers for quills for writing, decrees, things like that. Letterhead.
Okay. I'm gonna cast message
Okay.
toward Vessel. Hey, where are they taking you?
Dude, what's the range on message?
120 feet.
Yeah, you're still within range.
Can I sub vocalize this response, or do I have to say it out loud?
That message
good
was
question.
mentally only, isn't it?
I think it's mental.
I thought it was a mental
Double check.
response, if I'm not mistaken.
Double check here. It says whisper a message. Here's a message. And it's gonna reply in a whisper that only you can hear. So
Yeah.
I guess it would be subvocal.
Okay. I don't know where I'm being taken. Give me some time. Let's see if this resolves itself safely before you try anything drastic.
Let's see if I can do this. What is it? 20? No, that's sending. I'm gonna do this quickly. Currently escalated. Oh,
This is the best first two words I've ever heard.
Currently escalated.
Currently escalated.
are you sure I could go back? Maybe, but now might be better. I'm in the high radiances room. just cast the second one from that.
Oh God.
Fuck me.
Attempt de-escalation. Anything that would occur will take some significant time. And that's it.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self as a unremarkable human in the standard low-level clergy outfit.
Okay.
And then I'm going to walk out of there because that was fruitless in there.
Are you walking out stealthily or?
Yeah. I don't want to just
Loudly.
like kick the door open of a room that no one should have been in. No. She's gonna try to move quietly out of that room.
Okay, give me another stealth check. With
Yeah, I don't know if
advantage.
it got-
With advantage.
Oh, good.
We'll say that this is still occurring with the conversation with Granite, so I will take a disadvantage.
That's 19 and 19.
Oh. Make it out unnoticed,
I did, yeah, 19. Okay,
but not by much.
cool.
I will say that I rolled a 17 on disadvantage.
Oh shit.
So,
Trying to think of what. I don't think I can follow them. Could I? I'm gonna try.
I'll say at this point, Granite's conversation with the prior is kind of done.
But now there's just a clergy member just wandering around.
I mean, you have free reign to walk as long as your disguise self spell is up. No one's gonna. I mean, Pryor has already missed you. So you gonna wander off into the spires?
Granite told me not to, or Vessel told me not to. Granite probably would tell me not to. Erwin should have kitten.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna trust Vessel.
For the first time ever.
I don't think
Let
so
it-
much. Most of it was just curiosity on her end. I think.
No, she's super angry.
Oh yeah, I know. So is Granite, but he also knows that if we start a war with a damn church, we're gonna get ousted.
That's not really her priorities. But you guys don't know that she could possibly start a fight. She doesn't want to get you hurt. So she's gonna leave out the exit, or at least try to in clergy clothes, and hopefully no one stops her.
You're gonna walk out the front door in clergy clothes?
Yeah, it'd be weird to turn into Penelope in the middle of the room.
Okay.
But she'll take the like the outside, try not to get anywhere near the prior or anything.
Okay. Walk out. You make it out the front door. I mean, clergy members come and go out the front door all the time. It's not like they're restricted to stay within the boundaries of the church. At that point, conversation is ended with you, Granite, from the prior, and he again turns to you and says, "Just give me time. Let me find out."
That's all we can do, and I know that your interest in Vessel is genuine. I would like to recoup him as he is. I'll turn and be like, oh crap. And I'll try to find Penelope and I'll start wandering towards the exit, try to see if she went out that way.
Okay. Everybody else heading out?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is where we're going to stop for this episode. The party has come and let go Vessel into the church, where they don't quite feel good about returning him in his current state to them. And we will pick up next time on the Adventuring Guild. Matt, you and I have some discussions to take place in private, away from the group, before the next session arrives.
I cast guidance on Matt.
Not on Vessel. On me.
Matt, yes.
Yeah.
I do want to thank everybody for coming out and spending some time with us today. If you were here or not, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you once again. And everybody, I hope you enjoyed today. And we finally got back to D&D.
Woo! We lost 2 of our party members.
We'll see what happens next time on the Adventuring Guild. Good night, everybody, and have a good one.
Good night.
Bye.